Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. So today we're going to be doing loot from 50 elite giant mimic kills. When this first came out back in February, I completely missed that update. I wasn't playing much at the time, so I'm really glad that it came back so I can make a video on it. And if you're completely unaware, this is like a repeatable boss that is kind of intertwined with Treasure Hunter. So essentially you can get 5 free kills per day, and then to get additional kills past that maximum, you use Mimic Kill Tokens, which you can win from Treasure Hunter. You can also buy them on the GE or from other players. But when I recorded this, they were going for almost 100k each, and at that point, it's not really worth it. And going along with that, I just wanted to say thank you to Rando, one of my viewers. He gave me 95 Mimic Kill Tokens so I could do this video. I initially was going to do 100, but I decided on 50 for a reason that I'll get into later. But anyway though, this boss will be out for a couple more days. It is a 4-day event, and this is the second time it's been around. And because of that, you can assume it'll come back in the future, but very sparsely, so I would try to do it now if you are interested. Okay, to start killing the giant mimic, you have to go to Burthorpe. Right next to the lodestone, there's the portal here, and this is where you choose the difficulties you want to fight it at. As for the giant mimic itself, there are 4 versions of the boss fight, ranging from beginner to elite. Each of them you have to get the kill within 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so a lot of it is DPS. Most of the fight is just getting your DPS really high so you can finish the fight. And one thing you gotta know about this fight is that it's completely safe. If you die, you spawn right outside the entrance. There is no fee, you don't have to pay for your death, it's just you lose time, that's all it is. You don't even lose the token, you only use your tokens and your free kills when you get a kill, not when you fail a kill. It's very forgiving. As for the drops, you get loot crates, depending on the difficulty of the fight. For the elite version, you get huge loot crates, and that's basically the loot that I'll be showing in this video. But it also has 2 additional drops on top of the loot crates from the boss itself. And those are extremely rare, and they are the Mimic plushie, which is actually new this update. It was not there the first time around. And then the Mimic tongue cape as well, which at the time of this recording, both of these were well over 200 mil. They might be lower now because more people are doing the Mimic, but that is crazy high for drops like that. But just keep in mind they're very rare, and I did not obtain either of them. And then before we go into the loot, I want to do a quick rundown on the mechanics of the boss fight. So again, like I said, you have to kill it within 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so I'd recommend using your best gear that you have. For me, I do the best in range, that's my best style. But if you're confident with your melee abilities, I would probably just go melee. It is slightly faster. Mage also works, it's not a big problem. He has no weaknesses. But as for his special attacks, he has 3 distinct ones. So the easiest one I would say to dodge if you're at a distance is the one where he launches coins at you. It looks almost the same as the normal range attacks, but one way of noticing that it's actually happening is sometimes on NXT, he turns his viewpoint away from you for some reason. This also happens at Vindicta for whatever reason, so that's a really good indicator that it's happening. And then the coins follow where you go, so just move like 3 to 4 spaces and you should be fine. If it does hit you, it hits for 7,200, so it can be quite devastating. Keep in mind that's the elite version, lower versions hit less. The second special attack is where he charges you. You can tell this is happening when he starts shaking. All you gotta do is move out of the way. You can also surge or escape. He's just going to charge to your very location at the time that he does it. So moving backwards does work, but I usually just move to the side. If you do get snagged by the charge attack, you get hit by like a 4,500 and get stunned. So make sure you use freedom so you can get back into the fight really quick. And then finally, the last special attack is the leap attack where he jumps up in the air, disappears, and then falls onto your location. So again, move out of the way. It's very easy if you just surge out of the way quickly. But keep in mind that sometimes you can get hit while surging because surge has a slight delay. And this one is the one that will kill you most of the time because it hits for an 8,100 on the elite version. And keep in mind, none of these special attacks can be healed from resonance. It just doesn't work because it's typeless damage, which is really unfortunate. I wish I could heal like a 5,000. So yeah, those are these special attacks. Very simple. But there is one more mechanic that he has that can be quite annoying, especially if you use a threshold and he does it right at the same time. And this is where he spawns 2 little baby mimics. They're called mini-mix. Very fucking clever. Anyway, these spawn at specific thresholds of the kill, and if you're not paying attention, it is really easy to do a threshold at the wrong time. The baby mimics spawn at 65,000 HP on the hard version, and then 2 times at 106k and 53k for the elite version. Just know that this only happens on the hard and elite mimics. If you're killing the earlier versions, then this will not happen. The giant mimic is going to be healed from the baby mimics. Anything you hit the giant mimic for will be instantly healed, and that's why using thresholds is garbage during this. Just try to kill the baby mimics as fast as possible so you can get back in the fight, because remember, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and for me, I'm not the best at PvM. I've died so many times in this video, so most of my kills were on the cuff. I only had like 10 seconds a lot of the time when I actually killed the boss. So every second counts here, and you don't want to mess up a special attack or even the baby mimics. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess I could mention that this boss does not give you any combat experience, and that also means no invention experience. So I guess it was kind of a waste for me to use my augmented Pernix and other augments for the majority of these kills. It would be smartest if I used Void, but I don't know, I just decided to use Pernix even though it never got leveled up, and I think I used a lot of charge for that, but oh well. Don't make that mistake. Use Void if you have it, as long as you're comfortable with using it. Alright, I think I talked about the Mimic a little too much, so let's jump right into the loot and see what I get from all these huge loot crates. Alright, I have the 50 huge loot crates here, and hopefully I get lucky on the overrides. If you're unaware, you can get some weapon overrides, and I think they probably sell for a little bit more than $1 mil each or something, but I do have a friend that's looking for one of them that may pay a little bit more. Hopefully I get that one, but let's see. And I forgot to mention, you do get rare item tokens as well as mini protein packs every single time. So I will get 50 mini protein packs, which means 500 proteins. And that is one reason to camp this boss, is to get a bunch of proteins. And you also get a bunch of treasure hunter loot like Silverhawk feathers, springs. This Mimic helm is a tradable thingy dang. It's like a couple 100k or something. It probably sells for like 100k. They're pretty common, as you saw. Maybe they're not common, maybe I just got lucky, but you also get Slayer VIP tickets. I did not know that. That's actually really cool. I needed a bunch of those. Anyway, I'm going to finish opening. I'll be right back. Hey, I just got my first shard override. This is the Shard of Chaos. I'm not sure how much this one will go for. It's 1 mil GE price, but who knows? It might sell for more, or less. It might not even sell at all. And alas, we are done, and I was right. I just got lucky on the Mimic Helms, because I didn't get any more. So scratch that. They are not common. They're probably uncommon, if not rare. But I did get a fair amount of Silverhawk feathers, a lot of prismatic lamps and stars, and obviously I got the guaranteed proteins. I got the traps because Hunter is a terrible skill, and getting 120 is something to believe in. You also get combat dummies, which a lot of people are actually doing this boss because you get some of these, and these dummies are pretty good at like Nex and Araxor to build up adrenaline before the fight, as far as I know. And then you also get some scrimshaws that used to be on Treasure Hunter. You can also combine them with each other, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not really going to care about them until I learn more about them. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. One override token, I don't know if that's like the rate or anything, but at least I got one of them. It's better than not getting anything, right? And then I'm happy with 7 VIP tickets. Can ask for more. So yeah, I'm going to go hop over to the GE and sell this Chaos weapon token, see what it sells for, as well as the other tradables. Okay, this is pretty cool. It did sell for 1 mil instantly. It'll be definitely more. So hopefully it's gonna be good. I'd be happy with like 1.5 or more, honestly. Hey, I guessed it, 1.5 mil. That's pretty sick. I'm fine with that. I didn't even notice we did get 600k coins as well just from opening them. So yes, you can get some coins, and that puts me up to 2.1 mil. Let me go sell the other tradables first. Alright, so I'm just organizing my inventory a little bit. Not very good. That's really ugly. Anyway, so I ended up with 3 dummy crates, which how much do you get each? 5 each crate, so I got 15 dummies. Obviously the proteins and the rare item tokens. If you're not sure what these do, you can buy like limited time items and stuff in here. Not super important, but some people might be interested. And then the scrimshaws, which I'll figure out if they're worth it or not. Maybe I'll make a video or something later on. But you can combine these, as I said, to make like a full scrimshaw. And then I did end up with a little more than 6.6 mil. I haven't said this before, but I did this during a 4-hour stream, so you could say it took me 4 hours, but I fucked up way too much. I died 13 times. We did count. It was pretty disgusting. But again, it's a safe boss, so it isn't the worst thing in the world. And I did fail a bunch of kills because of lack of DPS, and of course, if I'm paying attention to the chat too much, I get fucked. If you look away from the screen for more than a second, you can die there very quickly. So I'm going to say this video took me 4 hours because it really did, but you can honestly do this in much less time if you're not as bad as me. But yeah, it's really up to you if you think this is worth it. I mean, 6 mil, honestly, the money will just pay for the tokens. That really is all it's going to do. But you're really going here for the dummies if you want them, or the proteins. I would camp here for proteins because I want to have a lot of protein traps for the next double experience weekend, but I really cannot stand it. I really cannot stand this boss. It was so aggravating. Dying and failing kills so many times because I really just cannot pay attention for the life of me. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this little video. I shouldn't say little, it was actually pretty long for some reason. And if you do have any more questions on how to do this or any strategies, just ask down below and I'll try to answer. Again, this only lasts for a couple more days. It ends at midnight, November 27th game time. So make use of it while it's here. If you want to talk to me or anybody else in my friends chat, join my friends chat. Just Fat Nooblet, it's my name. Also follow me on Twitter. I try to update you guys as much on there as possible about what's going on. But either way, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.